Hey guys, it's that web designer, and today I'm going to show you, or rather teach you all about classes in MooTool. So a class is basically a definition of an object. It's an object you can make, it's what that object entails, it's everything about an object. The example I have in front of me is about a dog, and I mean you can seriously make a class about anything. So this one I made a dog, and then you can make implements for it, you can make options for it, you can make functions that happen for it, many things like that. So right here in this one, I have a dog, as you can see right here. I have the variable dog in the new class. Then I have its implements. I want options for it. So for the options, I have a name, I have a type, I have an age. And those are just describing the class, which is a dog in this case. So I have the name of the dog, the type of the dog, and the age of the dog. Then we have functions. You can put any kind of functions. Mine are just options. The initialize will set the options that are down here where the dog will either bark or it will sit. But I'm going to explain these more. I'll explain these more in depth. So an implement property right here. The implements property basically tells your new class what the other classes should include as part of the new class. So it's like, let's see, it's like the classes are either created by us or they're created by MooTools classes like options and events. Options and events, like right here, are MooTools utilities in the extras component of MooTools. What those basically do are they allow you to describe it more. So like the options property lets us set the default options for our dog class. It's like if we don't pass a name option when we create the instance of the dog, then it's assumed that our dog's name is Barky if we create another instance of dog. But right now, if we don't pass a value, then we're going to assume that it's a poodle. And if your dog's a chihuahua, it might get offended. So definitely make sure you put up the type of dog whenever you're creating a new class of dog. So then the initialize, which is right here, it executes the code block. So it's like it's paired with the new instance of your class that's created. In our example, we need to set our class options. So name, age, name type, and age. So that's why we're setting the options right below here. It says set options, options, which are the things up here. So it's initializing that those options exist for this class. Now our two dog class methods we have here are bark and sit. Ooh, sorry. We created these two methods, bark and sit. When we trigger them from an instance of dog, they tell us that our dog is either barking or sitting. Now, I know this is a strange example, but let's say that this was a web page, and it was the name of the page, the type of page, and how many things there were on the page, and then you wanted it to tell you whether the page was doing this or whether the page was doing that. It's the same kind of thing. I just used a dog because it's an easy example, you know? And so when we've got this whole instance right here, then we're going to create a new instance of dog. So you can see right here we have the variable myDog as a new dog, which is taking the class name that we created up here, the variable dog, and executing it in this new, it's a new instance of that class dog. And we want our dog to bark, so I just add myDog barks. And since myDog is a new instance of this up here, it knows that I'm using this bark function. So when I run the page, like right here, it should say Barky is barking because we set the default name for the dog to be Barky, so it knows that it's Barky, and it says this option's name. So we're just taking that option's name and making it bark. And you can really do this with anything. You can make a web page and make the name of the page and tell you that it's loading, or whatever you want to do. It's endless possibilities. But if you have any questions about classes, or I just did not make any sense there, go ahead and leave me a comment, tell me what you need, send me a message, whatever guys, just subscribe for more tutorials. I'm about to start in jQuery as well, so toodaloo.